A lot of us are walking around asleep. What do I mean by being asleep? Not aware of who we are as a magnetic, infinite spiritual being. We are doing things unconsciously from old stored memory in ourselves from years and years and years of experiences from our ancestors, beyond our mother and father, grandmother, grandfather. And those memories are some things we can use that's beneficial, that came from love, but then I believe the majority of them come from fears of things that was happening at that time that doesn't serve us now. And because of those memories running constantly through us, and then in combination with the mind, with this stored programming, we doing things that we don't even know why we doing what we doing. We feel frustrated, we know that. We don't feel like we're ourselves. We don't feel like anybody can understand us. We don't even know where to begin to even to share what is happening because we just don't know. And we doing this for years and years and years and years and years and years. But to be able to get out of that state, usually something has to happen. A major event. Maybe a near-death experience, maybe some type of tragedy, a loss of a loved one, you have a medical event, or you are going through a deep depression and you have just given up on everything. And then something happens to where all of a sudden you get a sense of calm. No fears, no thought. And you get a touch of bliss. Something you never felt before. And you receive a message that you are loved, you are everything. You have an abundance. You're fine, you're okay. You are the answer. And things start to happen that you've never experienced before. You start to crave staying in that zone. And how do I get connected or stay connected with that? And you learn through this journey, through spirit guides, gurus, different things that lead you to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing is like clues. And you'll be hungry for it. Because that's a better alternative than being confused and down and miserable, going back to that life that you've been living majority of the time. One of the things that changed my life significantly is just that. The way that I can say to tap into that state of calmness away from the mind, away from the physical body. That pure connection to your intuition, which is your godly self, your higher self, that has all the information and the intelligence beyond your mind. That is really truly your navigation system. It starts with going into stillness and silence. lot of people may know of it as meditation, but they don't really get what meditation is. Meditation is not, oh, I'm going to sit in this corner and with this certain color and certain things around me, and I'm going to chant, and I'm going to try to stay out of my mind as much as I can. It's a routine. No, we're talking about, you got to learn this. You got to do it multiple times. You got to really, truly surrender and get into a quietness. It doesn't even have to be a chant. And you get really, truly connected, and you'll know. Some of the signs for me, when I know, everything slows down. My heart rate decreases. I feel so relaxed. It's almost like I'm not even in control of my own body. It could be different for you, whatever, but that's just the way I experience it. And you will start to get clarity. You're now in a state to where you're ready to receive this sacred information or knowledge. You have now become open enough to receive it, not allow your mind to jump in and to question it or to analyze it or to dissect it. You just know. And no one can make you change how you feel about that or convince you that that's not true. But you will honor them by listening to them, but with caution, and respect them on the journey that they're on. But you will not waver. So if there's anything that I would say is the most important, stay connected to your higher self, your true self, your God self. Learn to be able to get away from the busyness of life. Technology, always being around individuals, taking in all those different energies. All of those things will prevent you from becoming still and getting that connection. It may seem scary because you're not used to being alone. You gotta have something going, but that's because you don't know how to cultivate this. But at some point, for you to evolve, you will have to surrender to it. Your life is going to depend on it, especially when it gets shaken up and something's happening and you realize everything you used to do before isn't working. So do you either want to learn it now, transition into it gracefully, or do you want to be pushed? Either way, it's going to happen. Stay connected. Practice being connected. Let this be a daily practice. And watch how your life transforms.